Good afternoon, Dentacracker here, and I'm going to be talking about the men's 400, what has transpired in the semifinals. But I'll give a little preamble to say that before the championship started, I had thought that this was perhaps one of the more open 400s um, to be expected. But in truth, I actually thought that there would be at least two Americans. Sorry, at least two Americans in the final. At least two Americans in the finals. I expected Ja'Cory Patterson, and the other one who I expected was Caleb McRae, given that these two gentlemen had gone under 44 seconds previously in the year. In terms of the Jamaicans, hopeful. I was hopeful that one, possibly two, could make it through, and I was actually earmarking Delana Kennedy and Rashid McDonald. No, it that didn't happen. That definitely didn't happen. All of the principals who I had expected, because the truth is, all right, I'll tell you who I'd expected to make the finals. Start with the Jamaicans, Rashid McDonald and Delana Kennedy. And I had also expected Caleb McRae and Ja'Cory Patterson to make the final. So that's four. I figured Jerry Richards would also make it. Hudson Smith would also make it. That's six. And I thought that two Botswanans would make it. And those would have been Bayapa Ndori and Busan Kevin Achipi. And I was just wrong. In the first semifinal, Nene ran 44-2. Now, that he's not capable of it, but his 43.78 that he had run was at altitude. So I'd put a little asterisk beside it. But he produced a very good run in the first semifinal to win in 44.2, ahead of 44.5 of Epi, who is the other Botswanan. So that was a surprise. I was hoping for a good showing from Bovel McPherson, having surprised me with a personal best in the heats. But it was just too much for him. He did 44.99, didn't make it. Second semifinals, Kevin Chippy, who I expected to make the final, and Rashid McDonald, who I had hoped to make the final, made it. But that semifinal was very stacked because Kevin Chippy produced 43.61, which I think puts him second on the all-time African list, and it breaks the national record for Botswana, which was held previously by Isaac Makwala, and that was actually done at altitude. So this is actually, in my opinion, a much better run. Ja'Cory Patterson came fourth. Jerry Richards came third. Jerry did 44.12, and Ja'Cory Patterson did 44.19. They both ended up making it into the final on time, which is not something I had expected to have happened. The third semifinal was won by Bayapo Endori, and he did a time of 44.2 again. And in second place, roared on by the Japanese crowd, was Nakajima. Nakajima ran a 44.5 to make the final in second place. It's unbelievable. So, with this having transpired, where does that leave us now? So, at 8:10 p.m., well, that's not true. At 8:10 a.m. Jamaica time on the 18th of September, we will be having the men's 400-meter final. And the start list shows Jeremy Richards in lane 2, Ja'Cory Patterson in lane 3, Lee Epi of Botswana lane 4, Busang Kebinachipi, Botswana lane 5, Rashid McDonald in lane 6, Zakith Nene of South Africa in lane 7, Bayapa Endori of Botswana in lane 8, and the surprise finalist Yuki Nakajima of Japan will be in the outside lane. Now, I can give you what I think will transpire. I believe this race is Kevin Achip's to lose. I'd be happy for a medal from Rashid McDonald. But I think Ja'Cory Patterson will have recovered from his efforts so far. I think going 43.9 in the heats was a little bit of over exuberance, and he's very lucky to have had enough in the tank to make the final. I think it's going to be between him, Kevin Achipi, Rashid McDonald, and Nene for the medals. It's going to be very interesting. But I'm calling Kevin Achipi, I'm calling Ja'Cory Patterson, and I'm calling Rashid McDonald for the bronze. However, I believe Nene is probably the most dangerous, and if he is close with 100 to go, everybody is in trouble. That's me, Dente Cracker, and that's what I think will happen in the men's 400 meters final at the World Championships in Tokyo, Japan. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you.